Hey, what's happening YouTube? It's Richard, founder of Short Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. And please say hello to
Erica.
And where are we?
We are in Nosara, up in the mountains.
We're touring a mansion that's an Airbnb in the hills of Nosara. Stay tuned till the end to just check out the epic view from the roof deck. For those of you that are new to the channel, Erica and I are thinking about moving down here to Nosara. We're in the process of buying a small boutique hotel that's going to utilize all the short-term rental teachings that are in the channel and in the Facebook group. We absolutely love it here. It's a blue zone. It's all about yoga and surfing and fishing and eating well and being active, and it just resonates very much with us, and therefore it's got a lot of tourism opportunities, and I think it's still like undiscovered. I mean, there's paved roads. Wait till you see the driveway here. It's incredibly steep. If I owned this Airbnb, I would be discussing that four-wheel drive is necessary, especially in the rainy season. So it's quite like up and coming and in the jungle, and it's amazing. And so if you're new to the channel, that's what we're doing here. Please go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more. Let's go.
So here we have kind of the main living space. We have kitchen, dining room, living room, and then it actually is shared space in the outside.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. All of the doors completely collapse and retract in like an accordion style, so they go to the left and they go to the right, and now we're standing here literally in the jungle of Nosara, which is amazing, right, with an infinity pool, and you can actually see the ocean, especially from the higher levels. It's brand new construction. I think it's about a year old. It's a very popular and successful Airbnb. We have the cleaning ladies here right now. They were kind enough to let us in and show us around. But they say they turn it over all the time and it's extremely popular. So some of the things that we should focus on is what makes this so popular. So it's currently a 4-bedroom house, and I can see 4 bedrooms worth of people and family really enjoying it because it's plenty spacious and it seats that many people, and there's outdoor dining that accommodates that, and the indoor dining accommodates it, and the couch and living room area. So here's a house that you could actually spend a lot of time here.
Right.
And even though you might go enjoy some of the other activities in Nosara, this house is styled and large enough and airy enough and magnificent in views that I could see myself spending more time inside.
I would agree. Down here on the main floor, we have 1 bedroom. It has 2 twin beds, but it does have a full bathroom.
I think it's a little bit more built out in the kitchen with the cutlery and the coffee maker and the blender and the toaster, and it's got a modern ventless fan. You may notice that there's no refrigerator. That's actually being replaced or swapped out or something like that. If you want to rent this Airbnb, it comes with a fridge. So we're inside in this amazing mansion, but yes, really, the reason it's an amazing mansion is all about what's out here. So let's go check that out, because as great as it is in here, I have a feeling we would be spending a lot of time out there. All right, let's go.
All right. Okay, so here we are in the middle of heaven. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. This pool is absolutely beautiful. I love the outdoor dining, love the barbecue. I actually even love having the sink outside. It just makes it so practical and easy. It makes it easy.
Yeah, and what I'm drawn to is just the views, right? Like through the canopy,
gosh,
you can just see the ocean over there. And so like I could literally stay here all day and listen to the birds and the howling monkeys and just look at the ocean and take a swim in the pool.
So this is just the first floor. We're just getting started. Let's go see what's upstairs.
Absolutely.
Come on. Welcome to the second floor.
Muchas gracias. Appreciate that very much. Tell us a little bit about the layout.
So there's 3 bedrooms on this floor.
2 masters.
Yes. And then the other has 2 twin beds, similar to downstairs. Everybody has their own bathroom. What's really nice is that there is, I mean, almost this entire side of the house is deck space. There is a deck that goes off of one of the masters, and then this deck right here that is just for everyone in the house to enjoy.
And I don't know if you can feel it, the viewers won't be able to feel it, but do you feel that breeze?
Yes.
Right, it's like the air circulating throughout the house is really quite nice, right? Because
really
it can get
nice.
hot here, but that breeze is really nice. I did want to just highlight the stairs. It's a very modern design. It's similar to stairs that I've seen, say, in the Apple Store in New York City, in Prince Street or so on, using local wood again, and then a whole wall of windows.
Love the windows. Love how they've really chosen to highlight what is so beautiful and special about this place.
So why don't we go into one of the masters
Yeah.
and show everybody what's going on. And the bathroom in the master is kind of interesting and unique too.
Okay.
Let's go. So what do you think?
I think it's a great master. I love how they have the built-in closets, plenty of drawers, plenty of hanging space, great size room, great size bathroom. I love the dark curtains, so if you choose to, you can sleep in. And I mean, I love, love, love the deck off.
Totally, right?
the
Like
back.
that's just it. You could sit out there with a book, a cup of coffee, just enjoy for all day, right?
Absolutely.
The other thing that I think hosts should pay attention to, and this is something that we've wrestled with in some of our places, is they have a very large and thoughtfully designed owner's closet off of this master bedroom so that the owners can leave their own linens and their own towels and their own, you know, I can see a couple bottles of booze, or maybe it's wine, I don't know, whatever is personal to them. They have a place that they can keep it secure and they can go ahead and rent this and monetize it and have a great operating business. But when they come to enjoy it, they just open up the owner's closet and they just have their own stuff. So
Right.
I just want to point that out because we're literally in the process right now of trying to figure out where do we store our stuff, and we need a bigger owner's closet. What do we do? And so like after the fact, it's a little harder. But if you're designing your home just like they did, put in a big owner's closet. The bigger the better.
Absolutely. For sure. Let's go into the bathroom. Yes.
So, and I can see myself over there too. So here we are in the master bath shower. Now it may not look like anything other than beautiful wood and so on and so forth, but here's the beautiful part. It's outdoors. It's covered, it's protected, but you're outdoors. I'm in the trees and the jungle, and there's natural airflow, and when it's rainy season, it's raining, and it's just beautiful. It feels so incredibly like alive and outdoors that just having a little bit of enclosure takes it away.
Yeah, give some personality. Give some personality to the bathroom and to just kind of the house.
And what's kind of cool about it is on the interior, they've chosen very modern aesthetic. It's got white and black tile, and it's really clean, sharp lines. And then out here, it's warmer and it's wood tones, and I feel more like I'm in a spa, or once again, maybe it's rosewood and I'm in like a, I don't know, a very high-end spa. It's really done very well. Yeah. It sort of makes me relax, and so you guys can go ahead with this, and I'm just gonna hang out here. One other thing that they've done, which I think is really interesting, and we talk about it a lot on Facebook groups and so on, is they have individual bottles with body wash. They have another one for shampoo. They have another one for conditioner, and it's labeled what it is, and so they just resupply all of this. The reason I kind of like this is because we're in an environmental ecological zone, and we're concerned about plastic and all of that stuff. So if you're going to be using, if you're going to be leaving shampoo and conditioner and all of that, consider doing something like this, and then make sure you label it. And for old men like me, I can even read this. The font is big enough, but that's my biggest challenge right now when I travel in hotels is everything is small and I have no idea, and so I travel with an assistant who's like my eyes when I'm showering, which is a lovely thing.
He's not kidding.
Right.
He's not kidding.
Don't get old. I mean,
I'm never, ever leaving.
Amazing, is this not?
Oh my gosh. I am in love. I am absolutely in love.
So not only do we have unobstructed ocean views and just clarity over the canopy, like we're in the canopy, but we're above the canopy directly ahead of us. We're at the canopy level to the left and the right, so we're literally in nature.
Right, why
I'm
would you
speechless.
ever leave this deck? I mean, I would eat up here, I would sleep up here, I would do yoga up here. I mean, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. It is so incredibly special, and it really is heaven.
And I'm going to say we've seen some of the most remarkable sunsets ever on the planet here in Nosara, and I'm certain that right over here you have unparalleled sunsets that will like
The best of the best.
just make you relax. We talked about this being in a blue zone where people live longer, healthier, happier lives. I understand being here, looking over at this ocean at the sunset, I'm going to live longer, right? There's just no
Right.
doubt about it. So
This is it.
I think you're completely right. It's a big open space. You can do all sorts of stretching and workouts and yoga, and multiple people can. It's not just,
Right.
small, like your whole family can do it here. Get a
Absolutely.
private instructor and come here and have private yoga on your deck, and that breeze feels fantastic. I might just get a little geeked out here a little bit for a moment and talk about something that
by all
I'm
means.
excited about.
Oh, by all means,
Okay.
have at it.
All right, so just yonder over there are all of the solar panels, and they've put in a nice way to hide it. And I believe the entire house is powered by solar, including the hot water and the electric. And you may ask how that happens. Well, it's because they have battery charging capability so that the solar charges the battery, and then at night when the solar's down, the battery is powering everything. So it's a great resource of our natural resources. With the amount of sun and heat that we get here, it's amazing. Now, from a monetary perspective, I asked the contractor whether or not that makes financial sense, and his response was not necessarily, right? It really depends on how much you're using it versus you're not using it. But what he did say, and this makes a lot of sense to me, is owners who are drawn towards being responsible and sustainable and ecologically minded, they do it and it's not about the money. They do it because they don't want to be on the grid. They do it because they don't want to use the natural resources. And by the way, if they advertise it properly in their Airbnb, that might be the tribe of people that they're attracting here, right? So like if I was advertising this Airbnb, it would be about do yoga on your private deck with unobstructed waterfront views at sunset using battery-powered solar energy in this mansion.
Right.
Right? And so like that speaks a certain language to a certain group, and if they can't find that at the Airbnb to the left or the right or below or above, then I'm the one.
Right. To me, the list of amenities for this place would just be a mile long. I mean, it's just, I find it absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and I said this earlier, but the quality of the construction that's happening in Costa Rica, the quality of the architecture, the engineering, the decor, the designers, it's eye-opening to me, right? This is not the Costa Rica that I knew as a child. This isn't the Costa Rica that I knew even 5 years ago when I traveled to visit here. Real money's coming in. This is probably worth in the millions of dollars. Let's call it 2 million plus minus. And I think it's worth it on an international scale, right? Not only because it's limited here in Nosara in this blue zone, but for $2 million, you're not going to get many better houses in other parts of the world with unobstructed water views, 5 minutes to the ocean, private decks like this, and an unbelievable infinity pool. And so on an international level, I think it holds its own.
Absolutely.
And I'm proud of Costa Rica for that, right? Like we're back. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, no, this is 5 stars for me. This is 100%. Yeah, I mean, over the moon. Over the moon. I would love to stay here.
Maybe we will.
Stay here. Ooh, let's do that.
Yes.
Okay, so that said, want to take a seat and we debrief?
I do. I'd like to sit here through the entire sunset and debrief for weeks. Do you have that kind of time? Oh yeah, right?
This is it.
Amazing. Friends, we're just going to take a moment and enjoy the view, so we'll be right back.
Go to commercial.
So nice. So is there any room for improvement? Is there anything on your mind that you might add or subtract or do differently, or?
You know, quite honestly, nothing comes to mind. Especially when I consider the fact that it's an Airbnb.
Right, right.
How about you?
Well, you know, the only thing that I would say is this big area looks a little bit open and underutilized, so I might put a little bit more exercise equipment and encourage that, or maybe some teak lounger chairs, you know, if you wanted to sun out here and so on. So really minor. I mean, that's just a personal preference, but I can see why they do so well on Airbnb and likely charge a premium versus all their competitors. And you know, I think this is at the upper end of the Airbnb echelon in Costa Rica and in Nosara, and likely remains. I mean, one of the things that we teach on the Short-Term Rental University channel is what's your competitive advantage? And the fact that they've got this height and this elevation and the ocean view and beautiful home, my understanding is that the people that own this built this for investment for Airbnb, and they live in Europe, and I think they're doing quite well, and I think they're going to continue to do quite well. It's congruent with everything that I teach about having a long runway and a competitive moat around your business, and they're just not making homes like this with this view left, right, and center, right? This is unique.
Absolutely not. Totally. I think that's, you know, again, what makes this so stand out, which makes it so special, which makes it so, you know, exceptional. And when you're exceptional, you can get exceptional rates.
And exceptional guests.
Yes.
Right, that enjoy it and appreciate it,
Yes.
and it becomes sustainable and repeatable, and you're not dealing with a lot of the things that, you know, especially new Airbnb hosts complain about. Now, the flip side is you have to have a couple of $1 million for this investment, right? Like not everybody has that, but I think it's worth seeing so that you can envision what the future might look like if you remain dedicated and hardworking and do the right things and continue to improve and reinvest and compound your returns and generate wealth. Like
diversify.
Everybody, look at you. Everybody. I mean, this isn't you know, 1 in a million. There's a lot of people doing just this, and it really brings me a lot of joy and pleasure and satisfaction knowing that we're doing our little part to help other people get to this same level and live their life of their dreams.
Yes, I could not agree more. Open to all possibilities.
All right, so friends, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it the thumbs up. Comment below what part you like or where you think you would do something different, or if you like the solar, whatever. Just comment below, let us know your thoughts. It helps us with new content and it helps other people grow and learn. So the more we comment, the better. And then of course, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that we do more of this all over the world, and we're just gonna continue. But we need you to like it and subscribe and share it and tell your friends and follow along and grow and dream and envision and live a life of abundance.
Do that.
Oh, and the heart.
Yay!
Hey friends, I hope you found this video helpful. YouTube has been such a blessing for me because it's allowed me to educate and inspire hundreds of thousands of short-term rental hosts just like you. If you haven't noticed, I have hundreds of videos on my YouTube channel teaching Airbnb hosts a plethora of do's and don'ts. But when you're just starting out, it can be extremely overwhelming. You're probably thinking, what exactly do I do? Or like, where do I start? Well, if that's the case, I have a shortcut for you, and it's a sweet deal. For a very limited time, I'm giving away free access to an exclusive training video where I teach you the most important part of running any Airbnb business, no matter how big or small. The things you'll learn in this training are not available on my YouTube channel. In fact, it's a critical segment of my flagship course that sells for over $2,000. So if you want exclusive access to this training today, so you can block out the noise and get clear on what's the most important for you in your Airbnb business, then click on the button on this video or visit str.university/training. Again, that's str.university/training. Remember, this is a part of my flagship $2,000 course, and it won't be available for much longer. Simply click the button below to claim it for free right now.